No, I can take care of myself. Got thousands of them. You guys look good today?
Yeah. Woo!
Appreciate you all coming today. Who lives in Tampa? Raise your hand if you live in Tampa.
You live in Tampa?
I'm just giving an example. Raise your hand if you don't live here. Raise your hand if you just traveled specifically for this Comic-Con. You did? Very good. And why did you travel for the Comic-Con, for Megacon? Someone give me an example. Well, you guys go to Comic-Cons all the time though?
Yeah.
Is this a pretty good show, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good setup and stuff. Any of you guys collect comic books, toys, stuff like that? What's your favorite comic book stuff you collect? Marvel, DC, what universe?
Marvel and Doctor Who.
Marvel and Doctor Who. All right.
Alright.
DC? Who's a Marvel fan? Raise your hand. Who's a DC fan? Raise your hand. Ah. Who reads Valiant comics? Very little. Very little.
No, hold on.
It's not Valiant. We have, I did a character named Bloodshot from Valiant Comics, right? So Vin Diesel's filming the movie, and anyway, he's filming the movie right now, so I'm sure the whole world will know what Bloodshot's all about soon, right? Okay. So I did a television version, he's doing the movie version, it's all good. Did some voices, I have some new voices coming out on Cartoon Network. They'll make the announcements, everything's on NDAs. The new episode of Power Rangers came out 2 weeks ago on Nickelodeon for Ninja Steel. Some of the behind-the-scene cuts of Tommy versus Evil Tommy was on Nickelodeon, so some of the uncut version is on the Nickelodeon, so you can go there and check it out. You see the Master Morpher, me transforming all the different colors of the Rangers, except Turbo, but that's going to be fixed in December for Soul the Dragon. The book is coming out, Soul the Dragon, and I'll be all my Rangers. Really good story. Already got a sneak peek of it, and it's going to be pretty awesome. So that's what's going on. YouTube channel, JDFFFN. Still doing my Morphin vlogs, my Morphin life. We're doing all that kind of stuff. I did a movie actually here in Miami last year called Omniboat. It's not an action film. It's just a lot of actors like Robert Redford, Adam Devine, Finn. He's from Stranger Things. I don't know. Yeah, he's in it. Rick Ross, Uncle Luke, all those people. So I did a film next year that'll be coming out in festivals and a whole bunch of other stuff, and hopefully theaters. Keep our fingers crossed. But just been busy and doing a lot of Comic-Cons around the world. So thought maybe if you guys had a question or anything like that, you guys, there's a microphone there. I thought maybe if we just line up with the microphone and ask a question, this way everyone can hear. And one good question. So if you have any good questions. You let someone else go? You run up to the mic and stand on the line. All right, what's up, bud?
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Good, thanks. So just got a question about like just the whole Power Ranger phenomenon. Like when you signed on to do Tommy, did you ever think it would be as big as it would be now?
I don't really look at things like that, man. When I sign on, I do it for passion. You know, I was just talking to some of the other Ranger guys today because everyone's like, Comic-Cons. Like, hey guys, all 100 of y'all be quiet. Because I've been doing this for 7 years and I was the first one to do it, and it's not nothing about a profit thing. It's about if you have to do it to like it. Sometimes when money becomes an issue, then everyone starts changing ideas. Money was never an issue for me, and I never really looked at like, oh, if I could do this, I could be rich and famous. I looked at it as an opportunity. It's something I just loved. So I didn't want to think, well, 25 years from now, because the people that think 25 years from now are the people that won't have a future. Because if you're not focused on what you're doing today and giving it 110%, and you're doing it for the right reasons, then you won't have it tomorrow.
Thank you.
So I just loved it. I thought the Green Ranger was cool, and it was cool to be a superhero. I was only 19 at the time, and to be on TV and to wear that costume, and I thought it was cool. I was a big comic book collector though. I don't know about all the other people coming into it. I don't think any of them collected comics. I collected comics and sold my first comic collection when I was 18 for like $12,000 or $11,000 to buy my first karate school. So I had a lot of good comics, and I paid cover. Those were all cover prices, like 60-cent cover prices, like X-Men, Giant Size X-Men, Wolverine's first appearance, Incredible Hulk. I had it all, and they were like top notch, you know. So now I can be able to go to Comic-Cons and do stuff that I love and actually look around. I won't pay what they want me to pay for what I pay for 60 cents. Even though I could buy my collection back, I don't think so. I'll collect the new stuff. So,
Thank you.
thank you, buddy.
So I was wondering, what did the Green Ranger role, how did that help you prepare for your future after that character?
I think it goes back to the last question I just answered. I was a martial artist, so I had my own martial arts schools. It was just an opportunity to reach more kids through the martial arts industry, just through television. So for me, it was just a cool karate role. I got to, continue. When I did the show, I owned 2 karate schools. When I was 18, I was my own businessman. I owned my first karate school, so it wasn't like, I did it for the money or did it for anything else. It was like, if this is what I wanted to do, and as long as it had action at that time and it worked together with the karate school, it was a perfect fit for me. And so I just thought, well, hey, I can be this character on TV, only hire 10 episodes, and if I can educate people in karate or get them started in karate, then I've done my job. And it just happened to be 25 years later, right? Still doing the stuff and still part of the brand. Tommy's always been part of the brand. And you have to understand, like, the brand's gone like this, right? Comic-Cons are like this. But I've never stepped, when things were good, I never stepped, oh, look who I am. I'm Jason Frank playing Tommy. No, I said that when the ratings were down. I've gone to Comic-Cons before where like hardly anyone showed up. I said, let's still do the show, dude. The show goes on, and I've been there the whole time. But you notice in life, when things are good, people, friends, family, relatives, hey, how you doing? How's it going? Remember me? It's like, yeah, but we all do this. And you all have to stay consistent in the ins and outs, and that's why Tommy's been part of the brand for a long time. With Bat in the Sun, I did that Bat in the Sun when no one even knew what Bat in the Sun was. I did it for free. I did it, we had 300,000 subscribers at the time. Aaron is now doing some big stuff, but I did it because I was passionate. One thing just didn't come out of my mouth. How much am I getting paid? So the point is with Tommy Oliver just being part of the brand for so long, it's because I believed in it. I believe in it when there's no one here, no fans. I believed in it when people are saying, that show's not gonna be nothing. I believed in it when people said, you're not gonna have a career after this. I believed in me and I believed in the show. And now here, those people that were talking don't have no lines in their Comic-Con fans. To be honest, I'm not saying all people, but there's a lot of people that just, yeah. Now it's like, oh wow, look at his fan base, it's so great. And the reason is for that is because I really truly feel I have the best, most passionate fans. But I do. And I do think as an actor that you have to, not wait for fans to do for you. You kind of owe the fans because without you guys, I wouldn't be sitting up here. But a lot of actors don't think that. There are big actors that are like, you owe me. Do you know who I am? And that's not my thinking. My thinking is I owe my fans. And no matter who you are, how old you are, it doesn't matter. You're all treated the same. You know what I mean? And I try to have a lot of fans and friends. But then you always have people that just don't like you for whatever reason, because they see you on top and then they get jealous and then everyone starts blaming you for things and you're like, I don't even know who you are, dude. But anyway, I know it's a long explanation, but we got some time. And what is your question?
Hi.
How you doing, bud?
Doing good. So I actually have 3 questions.
Okay.
One, what made you come to Tampa Bay specifically for Megacon? What made you specifically come to this convention?
I love Tampa Bay. Went to Ybor City last night. I have friends in St. Pete's. And I used to do a lot of karate seminars out here. So I just love Florida. I mean, one day I'm gonna move to Florida. I don't know where in Florida, but I just love it. And
Orlando.
I love Florida. And people are saying, yeah, but our weather, it's like, guys, don't complain. I live in Texas and I have no beaches. We're the same weather. I'd rather just live out here and have beaches and yeah, about the hurricanes, oh yeah, cool. All right, well, we have all that stuff back, whatever. So I just rather be about the water. So I just came to Tampa and Megacon's a good show and I was excited to come. So they invited me and I was like, sure, I'd love to be there.
Second, what would you think would happen if the Green Ranger was your only role in Power Rangers? Not Red Zeo, not White Tiger, not even like Red Turbo.
Well,
What do you think you would
I'll
do?
give you something that I used to look at my instructor and say, when I was 4 or 5, I was training. You could take it any way you want. I'd say, sir, what if your person did this? And my instructor said, what if your aunt was your uncle? Yes, sir. So don't ask me what ifs. Yes, sir. So what ifs are sometimes hard to even gauge where you're going to be, right? So I don't know. I think everything works out the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But it just reminds me when someone says what if, I remember being little and so confused. Like, I don't know. Like, what if my aunt was my uncle, which is so long. It just took me so long to realize. Yeah. My aunt was my uncle. Anyway, what's your next question?
And the final question was, have you seen any other Toei productions, like, or Tokusatsu productions, like Kamen
like Mask
Rider,
Rider,
Super
stuff like that?
Sentai,
Yeah, I've seen some.
freaking Ginga Man?
I've seen, we used to see in the beginning, but because it was a little bit more violent, we had to keep ours a little bit more cleaner. So I think they didn't want to show us all that. Because we're like, oh, that's so cool. And they're like, well, you can't do that. You can't use that part. And it's like, then why are you even showing us then? So they kind of cut the clean versions together. But I've seen some, not a lot.
Cool.
Thank you.
Because, you know, you're part of possibly one of the biggest toy productions ever.
Thank you. I went to Japan though, and I saw the studios down there. I went down there. I took so many pictures and videos. They're like, please don't post. I was thinking about it. But I went to the studios and saw everything down there. What's up?
Hi there. First of all, I want to say on behalf of Walt Disney World, happy 25th anniversary.
Thank you.
And so I have a three-part question. So first is, if the Power Rangers could be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, personally, which team would you want Tommy to be on? The Avengers or the Guardians of the Galaxy, and why?
Probably X-Men. Is that an option?
Well,
Gave me like those two.
well, sort of.
You don't want X-Men.
Since Disney now got the Fox Marvel, so yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
So how come?
Sold.
Why would you want to be on the X-Men? Out of curiosity.
Why would I be?
Yep.
I used to collect X-Men. I think that X-Men was like way back in the days when Wolverine was just Logan smoking a cigar, doing his thing, where you'd say, what's up, bub? Now he's in all these different universes, but I just grew up with X-Men.
Yeah, Scott McNeil would definitely be proud of that, because I met him. Let's see, my second is, because I'm in the Disney College program, I'd like to know what's your favorite Walt Disney World memory?
Not standing in lines, that's for sure. For like going to Disney theme parks and stuff.
Yeah, any favorite
I like
attraction?
going on that ride. It's a small world, but then the line took forever. And I used to like going to Disneyland, but it was just took a long time. Is it still like that, or we didn't have fast passes then?
Yeah, we still have
You get so excited to go, then it's like, hey, over. But now they have fast passes. I think the coolest thing for me is that, even though Disney ruined the brand, sorry, but seeing Power Rangers from Disney, I thought was pretty cool. When Disney owned it, you see Power Rangers like at the theme parks. I thought that was pretty cool. But then Disney don't own them no more, so we're not there. But at that one point, it was pretty cool to see Power Rangers from the Disney franchise. And I don't mean to say that in a bad way, but the ratings did drop because Disney put it on the back burner. They didn't really claim that to be their entity, so it just kind of like died down. So when I went back to Dino Thunder, they put me back on Dino Thunder to bring the ratings back up. So that's kind of what happened. And then, the ratings went up a little bit and then went back down again.
And my last question, based on Toei animation, I'm not sure if you know this franchise, but if you could have any Digimon partner, who would it be and why?
You can help me out with this one, bud, since you know a lot.
Me?
Let me know, yeah.
I don't know. I don't play Digimon, honestly. I will try.
Well, I'll go with my partner here. We're not in the Digimon Q&A, right? We don't either. He don't know, I don't know.
Well, doesn't hurt to ask.
Doesn't hurt to ask. Good teamwork. That's it? Oh, you heard us? No, I'm just kidding. Good. Hey,
Thanks again, and
I like Voltron. Does that count? Voltron and what else? What other shows did I grow up with? Voltron, Thundercats, He-Man, yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, Bugs Bunny, dude. Tom and Jerry, man. Pepe Le Pew.
Hey.
Yes. Hi.
So I want to be the cameo of the new Power Ranger.
Oh, you see my cameo in the movie? Check it out.
And plus with
Cut. Scene.
plus you be with the famous Amy Jo Johnson too.
Yeah, it was good. They could have used us a little bit more. Please, jeez. Like, I think they could have been mom or dad, or the Green Ranger kid would have been, I don't know, studios sometimes. But we'll see, it's in Hasbro's hands now.
Yeah, I went for, if they do another Power Ranger,
Yeah.
find out if maybe your son gonna be in it too.
A movie, yeah, they have different, I would like to do digital series, the Green Ranger series, the Lord Draken series. That's what we're trying to, aim for. I like the television versions because you could do like, binge watch it and have like 10 hours or 20 hours of content versus one movie. Thanks, bud. So I like the television aspect, but I'm not saying no to movies, but I'm just saying, give me more than taking a picture.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, hey, in the movie, they didn't even know, y'all didn't know I wasn't even taking a picture of the Zord, I was taking a selfie. I was like, click. Yes.
So from any of the sets, whether it's Green Ranger all the way to Turbo, so on and so forth, can you share any stories, maybe on-set bloopers or pranks that you may have had a hand in or someone else has?
Man, there was so many pranks going on at that time. I just know one thing, without telling all these stories, I just never had keys to any of my vehicles, cars, motorcycles, my keys were always gone. Tommy's keys were always gone. They just didn't trust me. Because I like to start it up, drive it around, test drive it a little bit, and they're like, hey, Jason, that's enough. I'm like, hold up. Gotta drive the turbo car, and then driving the cars, they look so cool, but they're so, I wish I had cameras because they're so just ugly inside. Because everything's gutted and there's wires and there's pliers that roll the windows down, So like, the clamp pliers, they're, so that's how, that's back in the days. That's back in the day, son, we had to roll the window down like this. It's like, we'd be like, turbo time. Anyway, we had a lot of cool stuff. And Jason, Narvi, and Paul, they have a lot of stories. Those guys are so funny. They're hilarious.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, were you anticipating the reaction of the fans when Tommy was written out and they were demanding him to be brought back?
No, I didn't, because, at that time, I taught kids karate and stuff, but being a teenager at that time, you don't really understand the things that you tell the kids. It'll take 20 years to really understand that. So at that time, and I'll explain it because it made no sense. At that time, when they wanted me to leave the show, I was only for 10 episodes, then they offered me Cybertron, which was VR Troopers. So we had 2 stages, like 2 huge stages. And they're like, hey, you remember during that time, there was a lot of drama with other cast members leaving, and it was just a lot of drama. So for me, I loved my job. I didn't want to get involved in no striking. I didn't want to do anything like that. So I was happy to move Tommy to another stage and get my own show and just be by myself. And so that's what we were doing. And then we sold Cybertron, and then I did the pilot, and then everybody was freaking out. The Green Ranger lost his powers. Parents were calling the network, kids were devastated for real. So Fox was like, oh, we got to bring this guy back. Like they put a petition of like pens and papers and crayons and everybody, big petition to bring Tommy back. And so when they told me, they said, hey, I'd like you to come back. And then I was like, oh, my sound stage, okay, I'll come back. So I went back. Then I came back as the White Ranger. And then, things just started changing, and you have to understand, now that you're older, the reason why they changed the season every single year with new cast members is they didn't want the power of actors, the power we had on the show. So we all had a lot of power on the show. And when someone quits the show, regardless of what it's for, I don't care, it makes our job hard. When 3 people don't come back, it makes our job hard, because now we have to hire stunt doubles, now we have to put people in different color shirts, and then it just makes my job harder. I just want to work. We work like 16, 17-hour days, so when the new cast came in, I loved them, Johnny Bosch, Steve, Karen, and then new people started coming in. It was just such an unshaky balance of like who's gonna go and who's gonna stay, and so that's why I decided to leave at that time, Turbo. But every year, they change the cast members, just because they don't want no problems from people. You have to understand, everybody, I talk to a lot of actors, everyone loves their job, but it does become difficult. So sometimes you could get an actor that could just be like, I'm not coming to set. What are you gonna do now? And they're gonna lose a lot of money. And I've never done that. I could have, but I never did. I never used my power at all for money. Every time I stepped away, they'd pay me more money. I'd be like, that's not what I'm asking for. Like I'd go in there and ask, we'll pay you more money. That's not what I'm asking for. I'm asking for appreciation, pats on the backs, you know what I mean? Like the old feeling of when you get something together, everyone puts their energy into it. And then when you step away from it, things start kind of falling down a little bit. And so, but yeah, I have ADD, man. I thought I saw a butterfly. Did I even answer your question?
Thank you.
She's like, hey, be quiet, I'll go all the different directions.
Hi, so out of like about 4 of the Ranger suits that Tommy was able to wear, like green, white, red, and black, I think. Out of all 4 of those, which one is your favorite to play?
I like the Lord Draken. Now, you know, I like that suit. I like the character behind him. I like the Green Ranger was the first. The White Ranger felt great. Zeal felt naked, it had no shield. You know what I mean? So it was like, yeah, different feelings. Turbo was weird. You know, I was used to the kind of shields and stuff like that. But on the end of the day, it all was spandex. And spandex don't lie. Thanks, girls. No, it's okay, bye, thank you. So yeah, but it was, you know, the green was the first original, so I'd say that's probably most recognizable, I guess, for me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. What about you? What's your favorite?
I like both green and white.
Yeah, me too.
How's it going, Jason?
Good, how you doing, bud?
Hey man, wonder what is the biggest life lesson that you've learned through your entire career in the martial arts?
I summed it up because I used to have these long things where I'd get lost in thought. So I summed it up to the whole bottom line is I can, I will. That's it. Because if you go around, I can't, I won't, I can't, I won't, that's really the secret of the universe, is that you tell yourself you can, I can, I can. You're your biggest fan, no matter who. I don't care, I know your mom, my mom's probably a bigger fan of me than myself, but I'm saying you're the one that can make things happen. And it's the magic of speaking is what controls your thoughts. And so the biggest lesson is to always say I can, even when you think you can't, by saying I can trick your mind. You know what I mean? And it's not as easy all the time, but I try to tell myself that I can, I will, I can, I will, especially when someone challenges you in different areas of whatever it is. But I would say that's the biggest lesson is to always say I can in anything, because then you can achieve stuff, you know what I mean?
Awesome, thanks man.
Thank you, bud. Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
So as of now, we don't really know the origin or the background of Master Morpher. What's your theory on that? Like, how was that created and such?
Oh, this is my theory. Hey guys, welcome. What's your name? Hasbro? Congratulations, man. Thank you. We didn't make more toys? Okay, cool. Let's get to the drawing board here. Let me see. Who's the most popular character here? All right, well, let's pick those. Green Ranger, right? Oh, cool. Let's put this Master Morpher together, and let's do an episode. Master Morphers coming to a town near you. Maybe. Now, on the theory behind it, I have different fans asking stuff like how did Dino Thunder become the coin, and how's this, how's that. I don't know. I'm just giving the power coins by Ninjor, man. I just do what Ninjor says.
And then just real quick, Blake Foster, the original Blue Turbo Ranger.
I just talked to him today.
Really?
Yeah.
But he's like buff, super buff now, and like what, 9th degree black belt or something?
I don't think he's 9th.
I don't know.
But I
he's
think
like
he's 3rd or 4th or something. His son's just training.
Wow.
So I just talked to him today.
But there would be a possibility of seeing you guys in the ring together.
I think he's working on another fight. You have to understand, dude. You guys, I'm 45, and I grew up with this kid who was 10. Do you think I still think of him as 10 years old? When I talk to Blake, I'm still talking to him like, I was like, Blake, I talk to him like a kid. Because in my head, he's still a kid. You know what I mean? And, but not the Power Ranger world. I think Blake just asked me to work one of his corners today for he's fighting one of the Red Rangers that used to play a little kid. I don't know, he just told me today. So I'd work his corner, but when I look at him as a little kid. You know what I mean? You guys, all you Ranger people always start stuff, I swear to God. Hey, you and Austin St. John, would you go into a ring? It's like, guys, let's put me against another, let's talk about me beating up Deadpool. I don't even know Deadpool, perfect, let's go in the ring.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, bud.
Morning.
Morning.
I was wondering about with Dino Thunder, what was your mindset when they approached you to come back for that, and how was it being the veteran on that series?
honestly, I was thinking, mentor. I was like, okay, I guess I'm older now. And then they said, and I think wearing glasses is cool, although I have really good eyesight. And so like, you know, I want to buy some glasses that just look cool, that don't even work. So when they gave me some glasses, I was like, okay, now I'm feeling like a doctor. And then they tried to run down some of the history. Like, I was like, it's fine. Don't make sense to it. Now I really don't know how Tommy became a doctor. But I think in the book, it's gonna make sense of everything in the Soul of the Dragon. Because there's certain loopholes that, you know, I think the franchise didn't put together. You know, some loopholes that they're like, let's go over here and let's do this. And now they're trying to make sense of it all. In the Power Ranger Legacy War Games, we did the Street Fighter Showdown, which was a merge between Street Fighter characters and Power Ranger characters. And that's coming out as a short film produced by Bat and the Sun by Lionsgate in October. So the franchise is all over the place, but I think the comic books that Kyle wrote, The Shattered Grid, makes sense of where all the dimensions are, the Morphin Grid. But to be honest, I kind of got lost. I was just excited to go back as a favor to boost up ratings. You know, the ratings were, I couldn't even get an interview afterwards. People were like, oh, is Power Rangers still going? And, you know, I couldn't get interviews, and I still believed in it, still stepped up to the plate, and I thought it was great. I love the cast from Dino Thunder, and it was good. I was a mentor. So a lot of piecing things together in that whatever my under cave thing was, wherever I was. Tommy's got a lot of different things.
Thank you.
Thanks. Tommy's so cool, he's got a cave behind the Bat Cave.
How you doing, man? First of all, I just want to say thank you for being so humble. A few years ago, I won a Facebook contest, and I was walking in Target when you called my cell phone and talked to me.
Oh, really?
So
That's
I
awesome,
had a 5-minute shopping trip, turned into like an hour, so thank you.
Yeah, thank
they
you,
let me
man.
a voice when to keep it, so he's awesome, guys. But,
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you.
No, 2 quick questions. First of all, what can we do to get the original cast a big budget movie that y'all deserve?
You know, it's hard to say that if everyone's on the same page. You know, Amy Jo, she's doing her feature film. She's got big movies now she's directing. I don't know what Austin's doing, Walter, David. I think everyone is just, for me, I love Power Rangers. So I will say that everybody was offered the role to come back on the reunion episode. Don't matter what anyone said, everybody was offered, and it's offers in packs. We get offered as the original, then it'll go to the next season, and then they'll offer it to the next season. So the people you saw in the reunion episode are the people who are like, I'll do it. And I'm always there to say, I'll do it, because I love to see the reaction of the fans. I don't know, I think Hasbro owns it now. I don't know, I just don't know that question. We can't even get together in the same con. I don't know how we're gonna get together in the same movie, you know? So, but hopefully it'll work. And I try to stay spandex ready, because you never know if I have to get in spandex, man. Like, you wear spandex and be like, sure. So I gotta stay spandex ready. Which, talking about Blake too, Blake did get in good shape. Blake was, at one point he was like overweight, and he got in really good shape. So when you see these people, you know, go from here to there and inspire you to work out and get in shape, it can be done. When I think of getting in shape and I go back, it doesn't mean like cut, chiseled. It means like healthy here in the mind and happy with who you are too. But I don't know how to answer that. I think they got to focus on doing a second movie first. You know?
Yeah, they kind of teased Tommy at the end.
Yeah,
So.
they should have put people in their originals. I thought it would have made sense, but I think they were trying to erase the original people from it. That's why they were using names like Jason and Trini and Billy. You know, it would have been cool to give them different names and have some of the originals kind of in there to build it more a bit of a history.
Yeah, I was hoping you guys would maybe pass the torch and like pick out them, you know, pick them out,
Yeah.
and you hand them the PowerPoints or something. But
It would make sense, man. I did that to TJ, didn't I? Like, hey, here you go, bud. You were the turbo.
2 more quick questions. I know you've said this several times on Twitter. Anything else you can throw at CM Punk to make this fight happen?
You know what the problem is with CM Punk now, dude? He's totally exposed as a fighter. He won't be fighting again, and he just, he won't be. And I wanted to do that to expose the weakness, but now that he's already fought twice, he's not going to fight again. And if I fought now, people are, even my friend fought him, and he's like, yeah, I won, and people are like, why are you raising your hand in victory? Who cares? So you beat CM Punk, why are you bragging? It's like, it just, that's a no-win situation. At first I thought it was, but then I would post on you're like, I want to fight this guy. People, leave him alone, JDF. Quit being a bully. It's like, how do you bully someone in the UFC? Like, just, so I got a lot of that stuff. I got, 90% of my fans loving it, 10%. You're so mean. If you need money, why don't you do something else? And I'll fight Punk for $1. It's not about the money. It was just how it started, so that's, I think, he's already exposed to that, so.
Okay. And one last thing.
But I'll still fight him, don't say I won't.
I couldn't get the question earlier, so sorry for wasting this question for the Q&A. Do you have any signed merch for us to buy at the table to sign?
Do what?
Are you gonna have any merchandise for us to buy at the table for you to sign?
I have other stuff at the table. Yeah, I don't have like shirts and all that stuff though, but I have shirts online and computers.
All right, at the very last, are we gonna be able to get some morphin time at the very end today?
Sure.
Awesome, thank you.
And actually, I have an idea for the whole movie thing. How about Shattered Grid movie?
Sounds good. Sold. Me and you, executive producer. See, I like this kid. Shattered Grid, and we don't put in the. No offense. What about what's the other characters you wanted us to merge with? We don't put them in either. It's just Shattered Grid Power Rangers.
That would work, honestly. I just think it would work.
Maybe we'll give Mickey a cameo. Maybe we make Mickey grow and then throw some sparks at him.
Hi, Jason.
Hi.
I have 2 questions. And what projects are you working on right now?
Projects? Well, the projects that are coming out on the Cartoon Networks, I'm already done. I'm almost done all my projects. Now they're just being edited and done, which is good. I did get word on another project next year that working on a lot of voiceover stuff though. But sometimes you do something and I can't say it. It's frustrating. That's how the industry works. Like, hold it as a surprise. You're like, that's all I ever do is hold things as a surprise. So I wanted to get some stuff on the Bloodshot movie. I was waiting to hear from that. But other than that, I've done everything and I'm just waiting for new projects right now.
My second question is, when are you coming back to Puerto Rico?
Oh, that's a good question. Glad you asked that. So in regards to the Puerto Rico, there's another show that I'm working, not Puerto Rico Comic-Con. I was booked to go to Puerto Rico Comic-Con in October. Then that incident happened over there. So I wanted to return to come back to Puerto Rico, but I think that promoter is too busy with a lot of stuff. So I talked to him. I don't think it's working on his show, but I'm making it work on another show, and I'm gonna be doing like fundraisers and stuff to help, Puerto Rico or whatever, like do fundraisers. And I tried doing it with the other promoter, but the other promoter said no. So I just picked up the phone and said, hey, this dude said no, can we make it happen? So we're trying to make that happen for next year. Because I want to be there. The only way for me to come there is to go on vacation and invite people to a beach like I did in Hawaii. When I went out there, I took my mom and dad and I just went to Hawaii and I said, hey, I guess we'll just do a Comic-Con at the beach. And they're like, what are we gonna do? I was like, I don't know, just I'll come for free and bring your stuff to sign. I had like 200 people at the beach. And I just had a little con myself. So I'll be back in Puerto Rico to make sure I make it up. Yeah, I'd love to be there, man. It's gonna happen, we're making it work.
To be honest, I actually got 3 questions.
Okay.
Number 1, what got you into the whole Power Ranger thing? 2, do you plan to make like a Shattered Grid TV series like you did with all the other Power Rangers? And 3rd, what do you think of Tampa?
Okay, I'll work backwards since I'm almost forgetting your questions. Tampa, I love Florida. I love the whole surrounding area, people are awesome. Shattered Grid, we did do that as a pilot for the network, and we have it queued up. Oh, okay, I'll queue it up in a second. Shattered Grid, see, you gave 3 questions like in a row. I gotta answer. What was your first one?
What got you into the whole?
Oh, okay. Just, dude, I was an actor auditioning, and I wanted to do something that was like, I wanted to do something that was cool on television, and I actually had a ponytail before I even grew my hair out, and my agent made me cut it. Told me that I have to look like an everyday normal kid. So I cut my hair and went back to my agency and said, hey, I cut my hair. And they're like, too bad, we can't represent you. And I was like, but I cut my hair. Like, you told me. And I even took my earrings out. So like, too bad, too bad. And then I said, well, I'm not leaving. And they're like, no? And I said, no. And they're like, okay, here, take this paper. We'll call it even. And then that was my audition to Power Rangers. So then I got Power Rangers, grew my ponytail back, put my earrings in, and told those people, too bad, sucker. That's it.
Well, you inspire a lot of people.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Hi.
Hi.
Obviously, we're all here because you're very multi-talented, from your like MMA fighting to the world record you broke on YouTube and Power Rangers acting. What's your favorite role to do?
Favorite role? I love teaching karate. I love speaking to people. I love public speaking. I love acting too. But in a nutshell, if I was gonna do something, I would love to, I love martial arts. I want to open martial arts schools pretty much around the world. That's why I want to come to Florida too. But I love teaching. I love being in the moment of teaching. I love acting. And I think I don't think I love working with people and inspiring them to see that you guys, you know what I mean? You guys are so still young. You guys might not think that you are young enough to lead the world into a better place. And just knowing people, I know everybody. I get pulled over and they're like, oh dude, you're the Green Ranger. My bad. Shake hands. Thank you, sir. Roll up the window and bail. And now I don't need to roll up the window like this. I just one hit button. I know a lot of people, and it's good because, like you were saying, you were talking about the Facebook contest or whatever, right? Calling you. Just imagine if my reputation was just terrible and I was just, ripping everyone off, and it would all come to it. I try to take care of everyone. I know me and Jenna at one point were like, hey, let's do some calls on Facebook, let's, and spend time with people. And even though that was, I don't know how long ago, a few years ago, it's just, it deposited in your mental bank account to be like, yo, I can't wait. So if I had something come out, you'd probably watch it, even if it was bad or not, maybe once. But it's just good to have that. You guys, give me, you guys deposit my mental bank account, which is more important than anything, because on the end of the day, that's all you have. It's the money. Who cares about all that stuff? You have your word, your honor, and this. And if you don't deposit in your emotional bank account, your friends will just keep bouncing checks. How many friends you have? You're like, dude, again? Really? I don't want to pick up what's up, bud? Yeah, I gotta borrow money again. Sometimes it's not about that. It's about what I get and feel from you guys, and hearing stories change. I hear a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff and a lot of bad stuff that ends up becoming good. Right. So.
If you do open a school down here in Florida, I'm sure you have some students in the room. I personally had one of your VHS tapes when I was 10 years old. I broke a lamp in my living room trying to learn karate from my favorite Power Ranger, so thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Those were fun to do. The videos were fun to do.
Hi, Jason.
How you doing, bud?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Basically, I just came here from New York just kind of to attend this.
Yeah.
And, one of the things that I wanted to say is the influence that you had. I have come actually here from Albania, from Europe, so I watched you as a kid, so you have like a big fan base or following, like literally like everywhere around the world. And I just wanted to say like how much I don't know, your personality and everything, your hard work and all that has. Even today, like as we have grown up, like we carry that, we see you, we follow you, and everything that you do, like the social media, and it inspires us. And I also have a 6-year-old son, which it's kind of like passed along to him now. He's a really big fan of the Green Ranger, and his birthday cake and everything, his toys, everything has to be with the Green Ranger. So
are you making him watch that, or he wants to watch it? Good, training him well.
He wants to watch it, and all he wants to do is like, he wants to like fight with me, and he always wants to be the Green Ranger, and he always wants to win. So pretty much, what I wanted to say is just to thank you for everything that you do, and the big inspiration that you have in our lives, and our kids' lives.
Thank you, man.
He's not with me right now, but he would have loved to be here, and I don't know, maybe at the end after this, maybe we can
for
give
sure.
a little shout out for him.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what's his name?
Actually, I named him Jason.
Jason, Jason, that's a good name.
Yeah, he's Jason. He turned 6 last year in New York. We came to see you.
Yeah.
You did sign something for him, which was very special. And he said to you, I think like what time it is, something like that. He said it's morphin time.
That's
and
right.
He
He's probably just asking the time.
He carries that with him so I'm not gonna make it long, but the main reason I came here was actually in his absence. I just wanted to be here for him and get a little clip.
We'll do a video afterwards too. Yeah, no problem. Have to come to Albania out there, man.
That would be really nice. I was gonna ask, but it seems like it's very hard for a lot of people. I even asked, because I follow the UFC as well. I met Dana White and I asked him when they're gonna have a fight there.
Let's go out there. Tell John, hook it up. Tell John we'll go out there in Albania with
definitely, man. Well, you're welcome anytime.
All right, man.
So
thank you, man.
Thank you for
Appreciate it, but I'll do that shout out afterwards, yeah? I'll be at right after this. I'll be out there. Happy to help you out. What's up, bud?
How you doing? I was just wondering if there was ever like a stunt gone wrong or anything on set or in any of the shows.
Oh yeah, a lot of that time. Amy has one. I think Amy and Dave. I think they almost got caught on fire. But that's her story. My stunts, just like different kind of stunts, doing things. There's a baseball card on a Power Ranger movie. Me doing like a sidekick on one of the Tengu birds. That dude got knocked out. Wasn't my fault. It wasn't. I don't know who the stunt guy is, but I was filming, and I understand they were agitated, and they're on wires all day, and now I've learned to not do my real karate and do acting. So you barely hit him and stuff like that. And he kept saying, "You need to kick me, man. I don't kick. You need to kick me." And I was like, "Okay." It's like, "Kick me hard, mate. Kick me hard. I can't feel it in the bird." He was just going crazy. I said, "Okay." And then I kicked him one time, and then afterwards, like, "Kick me harder." And I was like, "Your wish is my command." And he came in, he's supposed to hit a line, like he's supposed to stand on his line, but he overshot the line, and as he overshot the line, which was my fault, I did jump spinning side kick, boom, like super hard, and it slipped under his neck, and then it was just like, and they're like, "Cut, that was an awesome shot." I was like, "Was that hard enough, bud?" Okay, thanks. I'll be in my room if you need me. But no, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of karate stuff that happened. A lot of karate stuff happened on set, but nothing too dangerous, That's about it. We had stuntmen for the movies, do all the skydiving stuff. I skydive now, but nothing too crazy.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, first I want to say thank you for being my childhood superhero, definitely.
Oh, thank you.
The one question I do have though, I'm a newly appointed staff in the Air Force, and your leadership throughout Power Rangers was really inspired me as a kid. Does some of the Rangers still come to you for advice and still just for comfort?
Yeah, we're kind of still the same age and stuff like that. Blake's a little younger, so he'll come and ask some certain advice on some stuff, and maybe in regards to shows, but we're all kind of maybe some of them are a little older than me too, so maybe they don't like taking advice, but I think we're there just as friends. We don't really ask too much. Maybe some con questions they might ask me, or Power Ranger stuff, or I will go to them and say, "Hey dude, we've been offered this reunion stuff, you need to do it, you need to do it, you need to do it, you need to do it." "Oh, nope, you should, nope, you should." So that's the kind of advice I give these people. So I try to build a good cast of people together, and I try to influence everyone, from the originals, to the original Red Ranger, to the original everybody, to do a reunion episode, or do something for the fans. So I'm always encouraging everybody in that way, because I know how important it is to the fans to see Angel Grove so happy. Angel Grove is not what you all think Angel Grove is in real life, but hey, let's keep it Angel Grove happy.
Awesome. Thank you.
So we're gonna show this trailer. Shattered Grid real quick is what we did. It's not a fan film, it's actually approved by Saban and by Boom Comics. And Shattered Grid is, I don't know, you guys know who Lord Draken is? Raise your hand. Okay, if you guys don't know who Lord Draken is in a nutshell, he's the half green and the half white ranger, merged together, became a character named Draken. This was the time where Tommy fell into the sand, and Jason the Red Ranger said, "Hey, join our team," and then Tommy was like,
No.
"I guess," and then I joined his team. This was the time where he said join the team, and he didn't want to, and he became Draken. He worked for Rita, ended up killing Rita, then he got the ultimate name as Lord. That's how he became Lord Draken. So in this video, this sets you up for the episode of 25 Shattered Grid, where actually the death of Tommy was in the Boom comic books. It's not a spoiler alert because it's been out there, so too bad. So Tommy dies in episode 25 in the Shattered Grid. So Lord Draken is watching all the episodes, all the different seasons, and he has to go into each season line to kill Tommy. So he's about to go into 93 or back into the seasons to destroy Tommy Oliver. He still wants to be good. Lord Draken really wants to be good, but he's not, and he can't, and he realizes that. So then on the end, he basically says, "Well, let's set things straight." And then on the end, this is where he's gonna end up killing Tommy Oliver in the episode number 25. He's taken over kept in the Morphin Grid. He wants to be the ultimate god. He wants to destroy all the Rangers to become this Lord, like to become God in the comic books. He wants to live in this imaginary world where things like Billy works in his car and Amy Jo, Kimberly cooks for him. And he creates this whole world where he's like this Superman, ultimate God character, which is a great story. The Shattered Grids did a really good job of lining all the seasons up together and bringing it all into one. So this is Lord Draken. This is what we shot, and this is kind of like a pilot that we're looking at to hopefully take it to a digital series or something like that, or a film, hopefully. I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying that's what we want it to be. So this is Shattered Grid. Maybe we can cue it, yeah?
Isn't the smallest chance of victory enough of a reason for us to keep on fighting? The world needs us, Rangers.
One day the great responsibility of being the Red Ranger will fall to you. Take the world from evil. Stand by your allies. Never run from the battle.
My mission is to bring you back.
Ready! Let's rock it! Silver!
Black, pink,
blue!
yellow.
Whatever we do, we have to do it together.
Commander Kruger told me you're the best he has ever had.
Do we still have shields?
So many Rangers. So much potential. Squandered for so long.
My lord, the generals are ready. They simply await your command.
What's important to me now is my friendship with all of you. I don't ever want that to change.
It won't, Tommy. You'll always be one of us.
And it's time to set things right.
We will invade their worlds. We will tear down everything that might protect them. And then, when it's too late, when they're powerless and alone, they will realize the truth. They could have been gods.
Has anybody seen that? If this is your first time watching it, raise your hand. Oh, cool. Oh, I thought it was more. I was like, oh, who's this guy? All right. But yeah, it's on. Now, we started that, and it's pretty much everywhere. It's probably like 15 million already in the first 2 months everywhere. It's on my YouTube channel, JDF FFN. We shot that with Kyle Higgins, who wrote it, directed it, real good director. We shot that as kind of like a promo for a lead-in for a series, and it's got so much recognition around the whole world with the Lord Draken on Comic-Cons and cosplay and comic books that really would love to see, that become a series. Some people are like, yeah, but I could never buy Tommy being evil, but that's how Tommy was evil when he came into it. So he was the evil ranger. Like, what do you mean you don't buy it? I mean, that's what it is. And people are like, oh, that's so sad. Tommy died in episode 25. But it's okay because I killed myself, so who cares? It's me. I am Lord Draken. So anyway, so that's what, and then of course the Ninja Steel, what is the episode? Thank you very much, partner, executive producer on the new Shattered Grid movie. Dimensions in Danger, thank you. And that's out there, and you guys can check it out, and love to see you all. Now, Instagram, Facebook, I'm gonna be out there today, and if you wanna come by or whatever, do your shout outs, you come to the table out there. Love to see you guys, and I really look forward to coming back. Oh, I was gonna tell you all, if you're on Instagram or Facebook, we're gonna take a picture in a second too, but if you're on Instagram or Facebook, you can always hit me up, because I always tell people that the relationships at Comic-Con, it doesn't end here. The good thing about social media is that you can always stay connected, stay involved with social media, and just connect with your people. As long as they're commenting back or reading it, then you're following someone. But if you're just following someone that's not gonna look back, then what's the point? So I try to give you guys things to follow, and I read your comments, and I got a lot of inboxes. I'm overloaded with stuff, but trust me, I do see all your stuff, and hopefully you guys had a good time and everything, and I love being here. I'm trying to see if there's a good photo we can take there. Let me see.
Let's do this.
What if we all try to squeeze in a little, like, scoot a seat over or something? I don't know. Let me see if we can fit you all in here. See, do you see where my camera lens is there back there? Yeah? Yeah, that's good. And then we'll do a video too so we can get it. Okay, let's do a picture first. 1, 2, 3. Now let's do a video so you guys can get your cameo shot. Megacon, Tampa Bay. What's up? Megacon, Tampa Bay in the house. What time is it? It's morphin' time. Yeah, there you go. That was your morphin' time. Okay, guys, thank you. I'd love to see you guys out there, okay? You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you, guys. Thank you.